horse can do, can do, can do.
He wins it by a half, according to this here in the telegraph.
For Paul Revere, all right, I hear his foot's all right. Of course, it all depends if it rained last night. Likes mud, likes mud. This X means the horse likes mud.
But just a minute, boys, I got the feelings noise. It says the great-grandfather likes act one boy.
I'll tell you, Paul Revere, now this is no steer. It's from a handicapper that's real sincere. Into
Says the horse shows class.
this guy says the horse shows class.
So make it X and tap. He wins it by a half, according to this here in the telegraph. Epitaph. I got the horse right here. Polar bear. It's gonna be polar bear.
Another swallow, follow the fold and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. If you're a sinner and you pray no more, follow, follow the fold. Brothers and sisters, resist the devil and he will flee from you. That is what the Bible tells us. Hear me, you gamblers, with your dice and your cards and your horses. Just around the corner is our little mission, where you're always welcome to seek refuge from this jungle of sin. Wait. Remember, friends, Save a Soul Mission, 409 West 49th Street. Open all day and all night and never mind.
Poor Miss Sarah. I wonder what a refined doll like her is doing mixed up in the mission dodge.
Too bad such a doll like her has to go and fall in love with her own fiance.
Well, maybe she owns a piece of the mission.
Yeah.
Hey, South Street.
Harry the horse, how are you? You know Nicely Johnson?
How do you do?
Nicely, thank you.
So, tell me, what about Nathan Detroit? Has he got a place for his crap game yet?
No, he's still looking for a place.
The heat is on.
Oh, well, tell him I'm loaded and I am looking for action. I just acquired 5,000 potatoes.
5,000 bucks.
Where did you acquire it?
I collected the reward on my father.
His.
Everyone's looking for action. I hope Nathan finds her.
Oh, why Lieutenant Brannigan, Lieutenant Flanagan. Mr. Southstreet, it is Lieutenant Brannigan and Flanagan of the New York Police Department.
A pleasure, a pleasure.
Either of you seen Nathan Detroit?
Which Nathan Detroit is that?
We mean the Nathan Detroit who's been running a crap game around here. You can tell him for us. We know that right now he's looking around trying to find a spot.
Hi,
Hey, fellas.
Nathan.
Man, you know, I am having terrible trouble. Everyone's scared on account of that lousy Brannigan and Flanagan, and I can't find a spot anywhere to have the...
Something wrong, Mr. Detroit?
Oh, hello, Lieutenant. Lieutenant, I hope you didn't think I was talking about you two. There are other lousy Brannigans and Flanagans.
Detroit, I imagine you're having problems trying to find a spot for that little crap game of yours.
Well, the heat is on, as you two must know from the fact you now have to live off your salaries.
Did you find a place for the game yet?
Not yet. I was just over to the Biltmore garage. Joey says he might let me use his place if I give him $1,000 bucks
1,000 bucks.
in cash.
Nathan, can you do something?
What can I do? I'm broke. I couldn't even buy Adelaide a present today. And you know what today is? Today is mine and Adelaide's 14th anniversary. We've been engaged for 14 years.
Nathan, concentrate on the game. The town's up the hill with 5 players. The Greeks in town.
Brandy Bottle Bates!
It's Grand Slim.
I know, I could make a fortune. But where can I have the game?
The Biltmore Garage wants a grand.
Oh, we ain't got a grand on hand.
And they know about a lock on the door of the gym at Public School 84.
There's a stockroom behind McCloskey's bar.
But Mrs. McCloskey ain't a good scout.
And things being how they are, the back of the police station is out.
So the Biltmore Garage is the spot.
But the 1,000 bucks
we ain't got. Why is good old reliable Nathan, 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 Detroit. If you're looking for action, he'll furnish the spot. Even when the heat is on, it's never too hot. Not for good old reliable Nathan, for it's always just a short walk to the oldest established permanent floating crab game in New York. Where's the action? Where's the game? Gotta have the game or we'll die from shame. It's the oldest established permanent floating crab game in New York. It was good to see you. Good to see you. Good to
My boys will let you know where it is.
Say, Nathan, you know who's looking for action? Sky Masterson.
Sky Masterson. Ha, now there's the highest player of them all.
Maybe you can borrow the 1,000 from Sky.
Nah, not Sky. With him, that kind of money ain't lending money. It's betting money. Oh, so why don't I bet him? Why don't I bet him 1,000 on something?
You would bet with Sky Masterson?
I ain't scared. I am perfectly willing to take the risk, provided I can figure on a bet in which there's no chance of losing. Oh, go over to Mindy's and find out how many pieces of cheesecake he sold yesterday, and also how many pieces of strudel.
How much cheesecake? How much strudel?
What do you want to know for?
Just do it. Here comes Adelaide. If she finds out I'm running the crap game, she'll never set foot on me again. Now beat it.
Hello, Nathan, dear.
Adelaide Pigeon.
You go ahead, girls. Order me a tuna fish on rye and a chocolate sundae with mayonnaise and tomato ketchup.
Okay, Adelaide. Bye, Nathan.
We gotta get back to the hot box.
You still rehearsing?
Yeah, that slave driver Charlie, he's been working us all day. So finally I says to him, look, Charlie, I got to get out of here and get myself something to eat. And you know what he says to me?
What?
He says, you don't want to get something to eat, you just want to sneak out and meet that cheap bum, Nathan Detroit.
So what did you say to him?
I told him, I says, I can meet whoever I want. Nathan, happy anniversary.
A present for me?
I hope you like it.
A belt.
Read the card.
Sugar is sweet, and so is jelly. So put this belt around your belly. Oh, that's so sweet. Listen, Adelaide, about your present, I didn't get one. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I kind of like it when you forget to give me presents. It makes me feel like we're married.
Don't worry, honey. One of these days I'll be in the money, and then you'll have more mink than a mink.
Nathan, darling, I can do without anything just as long as you don't start running that crap game again.
The crap game? What an absurd thought.
Yesterday, Mindy sold 1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
More strudel than cheesecake. That's great.
Nathan, what is this?
Nothing. Hey, listen, Adelaide. I know you're hungry, and I'm expecting a fellow. So,
Nathan, are you trying to get rid of me?
no, I just don't want your sandwich to get soggy. Fellas,
Nathan? Nathan? Ah,
Nathan, you old promoter, you.
hey, how you doing, Sky? Gonna be in town long?
No, I'm flying to Havana tomorrow.
Havana?
Yeah, there's a lot of action down there. You want to come with me?
No, I got a lot of things too. Hey, tell me, you hungry? Maybe we could head over to Mindy's and get a piece of cheesecake or strudel or something.
No, I think I'll just go and get the late results.
But you will admit that Mindy has the best cheesecake in the country?
Well, yes, I'm quite partial to Mindy's cheesecake.
Who ain't? And yet, for some reason, there are people who prefer Mindy's strudel instead. Offhand, which do you think he sells more of? The cheesecake or the strudel?
Well, I never give it much thought. But if anybody is like how I am, I say she sells much more cheesecake than strudel.
For how much?
Huh?
I will bet you $1,000 that yesterday Mindy sold more strudel than cheesecake.
Nathan, let me tell you a little story. When I was a young man going out into the world, my father says a very valuable thing. Son, the old guy says, one of these days in your travels, a guy is going to come to you with a brand new deck of cards and bet that he can make the jack of spades jump out and spit cider in your ear. But son, do not bet this man, for as sure as you're standing there, you're bound to end up with an earful of cider. Now, Nathan, I don't bet that you've been clocking Mindy's
You don't
cheesesteak.
think that I'd be trying to cheat you, would you?
But if you're looking for some real action, I'll bet you that same 1,000 that you don't know the color of the bow tie you're wearing. Well?
No bet. Blue, what a crazy color.
We took Adelaide to the drugstore, and she says for you to be sure to pick her up after the show at the Hot Box, and don't be late.
Yes, dear. Yes.
Yes, dear. That's husband talk if I've ever heard it. Nathan, you're trapped. And Adelaide, you have the type of girl that's most difficult to unload.
I don't want to unload her. I love Adelaide. And besides, a guy without a doll, well, a doll is a necessity.
Well, I'm not putting a rap on dolls. I'm just saying, figuring weight for age, they're all the same.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Then how come you ain't got a doll? How come you're going to Havana alone without one?
I like to travel light. But if I did want one, there's a large assortment load available.
Follow the fold and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. Put down the bottle and we'll stay no more. Follow, follow the fold. Follow the fold and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more.
But not real high-class dolls.
Any doll, you name her.
Any doll, and I name her. Will you bet on that? Will you bet $1,000 that if I name her, you will take a doll with you to Havana tomorrow?
You got a bet?
I name her.
Her? Oh, cider. Do you take sinners here?
Indeed we do. Didn't I see you a little while ago on Broadway?
Possibly. I've been trying to get enough courage to come here.
Well, here are 2 of our pamphlets. They'll give you a good deal of comfort.
Thanks.
And we're having a midnight prayer meeting Thursday, which I'm sure you'll wish to attend.
I'm sure, Miss Sarah.
How do you know my name?
Allow me to introduce myself. Sky Masterson. Okay. I hope you're not thinking I'm getting out of line, but I think it's wonderful to see a pretty doll, nice-looking lady like you, sacrificing herself for the sake of others.
Here is another pamphlet I think you should read.
But of course, I'll be needing a little personal help from you, though.
I'll be speaking at the Thursday prayer meeting.
I need private lessons. Have dinner with me.
I think not. Tell me, Mr. Masterson, why are you here?
I told you, I'm a sinner.
You're lying.
Well, lying's a sin. Look, if you get me, 8 to 5, others will follow. Why won't you let me help you? I bet I could fill this place up with sinners.
I don't bet.
Well, I'll make you a proposition. When is this meeting of yours? Thursday? Well, tell you what. I'll guarantee you 12 genuine sinners.
What's my end of this bargain?
You have dinner with me.
Why do you want to have dinner with me?
Because I'm hungry. Here.
What's this?
Sky Masterson's official marker for 12 sinners. If you don't think it's good, ask anybody in town. An IOU, 12 sinners. Pick you up at noon tomorrow for dinner.
At noon?
Well, yeah, it'll take us a while to get there.
To get where?
El Cafe Cubana in Havana.
Havana.
Well, where else did you think we were going to eat? Howard Johnson's? Look, the food is good. The plane will get us there in 5 hours, and we'll be back the same night.
Please, go away.
Look, somewhere in the world, there might be some guy who might appeal to the sergeant. Wonder what that guy will be like.
He will not be a gambler.
I'm not interested in what he will not be. I'm interested in what he will be.
Don't worry. I'll know. I'll know when my love comes along. I won't take a chance. For oh, he'll be just what I need. Not some fly-by-night Broadway romance.
And you'll know at a glance by the 2 pair of pants.
I'll know by the calm, steady voice, those feet on the ground. I'll know as I run to his arms that at last I've come home safe and sound. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be found. For I'll know when my love comes along.
No. You're talking about love. You can't dope it like that. What are you picking, a guy or a horse?
I wouldn't expect a gambler to understand.
But wouldn't you like to hear how a gambler feels about the big heartthrob?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll know when my love comes along. I'll know in my heart. I'll know, and I won't ever ask. Am I right? Am I wise? Am I smart? But I'll stop and I'll stare at the face in the throng. Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. When my love comes along. I'll be back again later in case you want to take a crack at the other cheek.
take you down on the farm with our star, Miss Adelaide, and the hotbox Chick Chick Chickettes.
Hi, Nathan. I love you. A bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck, and a barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about you, about you. 'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. Beats me all to heck how Everton the farm, when I wanna keep my arms about you, about you. 'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. Hello, Nathan.
Hello, Pie Face.
How are you, handsome?
Fine. What have you got there?
A book.
A book? You're always reading books. You're becoming a regular bookie.
Nathan, darling, this book is very important. The doctor gave it to me about my cold.
Oh, how is your cold?
It's the same. So when I went to the doctor, he asked me how long I had had it. And I told him a very long time. And I said I thought it was on account of my dancing with hardly any clothes on, which is what I usually wear. So he said to read this book because he said it might be due to psychology.
You haven't got that, have you?
Nathan, this is the kind of psychology that tells you why girls do certain kinds of things.
Oh, so would it tell you what kind of doll would go for a certain type of guy, which you wouldn't think she would do so?
What do you mean?
Well, for instance, there are certain dolls that you could almost bet wouldn't go for certain guys.
Nathan, no matter how terrible a fellow may seem, you can never be sure that a girl won't go for him. Take us.
Yeah.
Nathan, Dawson, starting with next week, I'm going to be getting a raise. And with what I'll be making, I was wondering if you finally wanted to get married.
Well, of course, we are going to get married sooner or later.
I know, but I'm starting to worry about Mother.
Your mother? What about your mother?
Nathan, this is something I never told you before, but my mother, back in Rhode Island, she thinks we're married already.
Why would she think a thing like that?
Well, I couldn't be engaged for 14 years, could I? People don't do that in Rhode Island. They all get married.
Then why is it such a small state?
But anyway, I wrote her I was married.
You did, huh?
Uh-huh. And then, after about 2 years,
What, after about 2 years?
we had a baby.
You told your mother we had a baby?
I had to, Nathan. Mother wouldn't have understood if I hadn't.